All right. So the last continuation of the last part there, I got cut off there, but it was funny because I said, remember the watchers, they're controlling me. So I said, oh, great, it's 11:33. They gave me I have a nice spiritual number. It ended at 11:30. So remember, these guys are so jealous and they hate you so much, but they've been watching you. So everything I've put out there for good, the narcissists are for the evil, right? But they watch me to get all their ideas. So they've been doing it to me since I was a kid. So that's how a lot of stuff for what I see, like it's just funny stuff, right? Like I'll see a car going by like Palladian security and I'm like laugh to myself, right? And just weird stuff that I've never talked about on my journey, like wherever I am, because the government's involved, right? So I've saw people that I've never called anyone and said, like, was that you out there today? But again, it's very weird how they're doing this to me. It's like the weirdest thing that I see. And again, keep in mind, all of these people are into black magic too, right? So all day they just go, it's just black magic, Lynn. It's just black magic, Lynn. These guys are so fucked up on drugs. All they have is black magic. So to them, they're in a movie. Oh, it's just black magic. Give me some way. So back to the point that cut off. And it's funny that it actually all went together, the last part of it. So when I called before I left my apartment that day, so I didn't get out until late. I didn't get out, and it was fine. I wasn't harassed or bothered by the people in the inside. I just did my own thing, right? And again, I had to like move stuff to a pile outside before the movers got there. And again, with the failed back surgery, I'm like, oh, they're probably trying to do this too, but I don't care. So when you move through fear, and when you're truthful as a person, as a being, you don't have anything to worry about. So again, when I was gang stalked since 2019, I didn't tell anyone. And I knew I wasn't going crazy. I was just like, I don't fucking care. I knew I was. I finally told one of my buddies about something like back in I think like last Christmas, I told him something. I've never told anybody. But again, these guys watch me all day. So remember, when you're riddled in fear, shame, and guilt, the narcissist is thinking, fuck her, she knows this about me. So again, if I walk by somebody or you're just thinking, like you get a download one day in your mind, like keep in mind, if you're for the evil, these guys are pranking me, so I get to see everybody. So they do like a remote viewing, but it's not. They just show me everybody's Facebook pictures all day long. Like they do it all day long and they won't stop. And I see all these old pictures and it's been going on for years. When I talk about the targeted individual program again, they're like, it starts from the beginning now, Lynn. Like I'm dealing with 2-year-olds that are, again, the narcissists. They could be any age up into the age of 100. No, unhealed. So my next part about when I called that day, again, I wasn't bothered on the inside, which was fucking great. I wasn't bothered by any of my landlords or any of the people in the inside at all. But again, it was very much a setup for the cop to be outside. And again, the lady that wrote me the email saying I had to be out by noon, I've been kind, Lynn, but if you don't get out by noon, I'm going to have to call the cops. Again, is very much a scare tactic. Wherever that came from her, she actually was very kind to me a couple days before that. So it's just weird how it all played out. But anyway, I got out of there. It was like around 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. And I'm like, where the fuck am I going to go? What am I going to do? Knowing my phone's cloned out. And I called, and I just looked back yesterday, to see what hotel would take a dog. So I called, and in my log, I just looked yesterday. It was the Best Western, the Lamplighter Inn on Wellington. I lived on Proudfoot, again, London, Ontario, Canada. So they said, the lady looked, I said, what about Days Inn, with a dog? And the one I'm at now never came up. Well, it's close to it. It's really weird. And this is the best one. Again, although I'm being financially abused on a high paid interest loan, again, the whole intention of these people is to get you homeless out on the street. So again, thank God I have money for that. But again, it's actually getting into the money that I used, that I was grateful for, because I fought for something, for a medical retirement, that again, doing the right thing always gets you aligned with the universe. But again, these guys do everything for bad. The jealousy, the envy, the hate, everything they're doing to me is illegal, but they're not getting caught. They're not going to jail. They're doing nothing. But again, they would go to my records. Let's watch her. And then again, and then another old friend on the car, I'll give you a ride home. One of the last nights I hung out with the girls. So what do you do for money? How are you getting that? And it's like explaining to a 2-year-old. Well, you see, actually, I remember I had a failed back surgery. Remember the day you didn't help me when my back gave out on the job and I couldn't get up the ramp? It's like things like that, right? But again, very much jealous and envy. And then again, just an old lady in a vessel saying, like, what do you think of so-and-so? And it's like another one of the girl's friends going, I think she's a nerd. And again, this is all they do. This is like a fucking 60-year-old, man. And then again, jealous. Like, I had to pay for a lawyer out of my fucking own money. I've been on a bankruptcy my whole life. My back surgery is not fabricated. And the people, the women that came and visited me that day in the fucking hospital and jumped in the fucking hospital bed with me, you know it wasn't fake either, because you were in the room with me, bringing me teddy bears and bringing me things, and again, posing and taking pictures. So again, you knew I had a failed back surgery, but again, you weren't a real friend. So back to the moving. Again, it wouldn't be somebody like that I would have called to help me anyway, because again, it would be an abusive transaction, right? So I don't hang out with Jezebels. But anyway, I called. That hotel said, oh, we don't take the dogs here. So remember, phone cloned out, whatever criminal ring in London, Ontario, Canada, probably all those old bitches that I used to hang out with too. Hi, Lynn. I'm a counselor at the Victim Witness Protection Program. How can I help you? This is what I've been dealing with. And again, some real, some not. But again, with my intuition, it's allowed me to assess the fake from the real now on the phone as well. But then I got my pet monster go, what do you think, Lynn? What do you think about that person? Again, right in my ear. So again, I've set boundaries with these people. Again, humiliation rituals on my hair. Who gives a fuck? An empath doesn't give a fuck. We're not going to sit here going, oh, my hair. When you're healed, you don't care. You just don't care. You don't care what anyone fucking thinks about you. You don't care because you know your truth. But again, when you're riddled in fear and hanging out with narcissists, and again, only caring about that surface level, what are they going to think of me? I can't leave my house. Oh my God. And then fucking beautifying your pictures again. You're not real. And the narcissist isn't real to begin with. So again, wouldn't it be awesome today for somebody else just to be like, wow. She can go from fucking being the biggest people pleaser, the biggest codependent person in the whole city pretty much, to what she's talking about and doing now. But no, the narcissist won't. Who does she think she is? Our plan didn't work. Baby, baby, baby. It's like duck, duck, baby, 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 baby. Wanker, 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 wanker. Unhealed, barf, barf. You know, kind of like the smear campaign when somebody runs their mouth and it's like that telephone game as a kid and you sit there and by person number 5, the story is all concocted and fabricated. That's kind of like playing duck, duck, fuck a narcissist. Because again, I wouldn't pick them on my team. And if I was playing Red Rover, I wouldn't call a fucking narc over. I would call somebody that was made fun of and bullied and picked on way before I went for any surface level fucking babe or fucking bro that was on the fucking down low. So keep in mind, when you elevate, you are great. And you're not egotistical about it. You just don't give a fuck about people pleasing. You don't. You've already outgrown that. You already lost the best guy in the world for friends that wouldn't even fucking help you, but they're out there stabbing you in the fucking back. And I could have hung out with him every night of my life. And instead I thought, oh, my friends are going to be mad. I'm invited to 5 parties. I better go. No. So for the people that are younger than me and you're in your 30s right now, try to attune to see now when you're in your 30s, not 40, 49, and then 6 years ago getting off of booze. This is something that people in their late 20s and 30s need to know about the way narcissists really operate and how evil and how mean girls like the movie they really are, and turn it into boys too, because they're not men. They're not men at all. They're not men and women. They're just little kids. So back to my hotel story. That hotel on Wellington said, oh no, we don't take dogs, but the airport road one does, the Best Western. So I got an Uber out there, 24 bucks. Great Uber guy got out. The hotel was going to be $276. I'm like, what do I do? It was freezing. Sat down on my phone again. Again, remember, these guys control my phone. So it's up to what they want me to go, where they want me to go, what they want me to do, right? and I'm just with my dog, moved all by myself, and then got fucked over by some movers that again I knew because Buddy was a mover back in the day too. So again, the hierarchy, right? The treehouse guy all the way going down. Let's go get her. We got to do this. Show proof of it. I did this. Like meanwhile, the one guy could be having a transaction with you, like sweating to death, and you could tell he really is